Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Anthony Richardson, rough go on many different levels. Lock in, fired up, try not to tap out. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. For instance, just today, put out a huge 3+ hour game breaking down Caleb Williams, the Bears, Jaden Daniels, the Commanders, instant classic, both sides of the ball, the entire game. Get over there, check it out, become a patron. I really appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Anthony Richardson, the tap master, tapping out. Oh my God. We are diving into it. This one though, 3rd and 10, double move at the bottom versus a very good corner. We get him. It's a dot of a throw. We have to score here. We have to get our feet in. There is nothing other than must score here. This is a beautiful throw right in the bucket. We got to find a way to get both feet in here. There's no other way around it. So this little double move or stutter down here to the bottom. So we're going to run right at him, stutter our feet like we're going to stop and go right by him. Now he does a decent job of pushing us to the side, but this ball is right down our line. This is perfectly thrown. We have to hook this up. So you see the ridiculous completion percentage. Well, we got to have throws like this. 3rd and 10 in a tough spot. I mean, this is right there. It's not even close to the sideline right there. And I mean, it almost looks like his right foot is down right there. Right foot, left foot. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, I personally think this is a very nice throw from Anthony Richardson. It's not all nice all day, that's for sure. But this one right here, we got to help him out. Next one here. This is a rough one. So we are going to be rough a few different spots for me. First off, we're hot to the left. So we played this like we're not hot. Then we throw like the little sailor corner here, and it really could have been a decent play. It looks like it damn near hits us in the chest. So for him to stay alive here, just kind of get off me. And again, maybe 23 makes a nice play with his left hand there and hits the ball. Again, it's not perfectly thrown. I get that. We get, in my opinion, a little bit unlucky here offensively. So first thing, where this ball ends up going here. Okay, verse 0. I personally would love, and they probably would too, to have a post on here because this ends up being true 0. So a little unfortunate to not have it there. I think they end up having like the deep flag or pylon here. So just not quite as good of a route. Again, if you know you're hot, so we've got a free runner here. If we know that's the case, to me, the ball probably should be thrown here hot. It looks like we're totally unaware of that. Now, maybe there's a mental error up front with the pass protection unit. Can't be sure. But don't love seeing quarterbacks have free runners with them not looking like they know they're hot. The back is eaten up. They bring essentially like a saw dog. Again, imagine if we had a post down here by the number 1. It's a lot of space. Unlucky. But the part that's not unlucky is the schematic issue, pass pro. So if the center is going to the backer on the right, which it sure looks like he is. So if the center's going here and the back has 1 to 2 on his duel and this guy blitzes, well, we have to know that we're hot here, doc. We have to throw. We just can't play. You can't play football like this. This is not a recipe for success. And again, even though he technically isn't down because of it, it's just bad football and you're just flirting with disaster. I mean, it looks like he has no idea. Bad ball, unlucky at the end, tough rep. Next one here, 3rd and 13. All right, 3rd and 13 stinks. There's not a whole lot of great plays for this, but they get a little stutter comeback up top or stutter hinge really, and it's there. And for whatever reason, Anthony Richardson just doesn't let it go. He's got to trust it. He's got to drive it downfield. He's got to play on time. He's got to play with some anticipation, none of which happens. So we're looking to the left. We've got one-on-one to the left. We just, for whatever reason, hold on to it a tick too late. Then we got people at our feet. So again, this little route up top, for me here, a little stutter hinge. So up, kind of give him something. Up, past the sticks, open inside and fall out. If you're going to do it with a little stutter like this, so this little move right here, I prefer to go 5, hitch, and throw. Play this thing with anticipation, let it rip. So let's just do the timing of 5-stepping gun, hitch, and throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, throw. And again, he's waiting. So he wants to throw it right there. He's got to throw it. You got to play with anticipation. He's going to throw it. Throw it. He turns it down. Now we got someone at our feet, and we can't get it there. We throw a T-ball at the guy's ankles. So, right in front of the head coach play caller. Little limbo there, like, you. Not really even that close. 3rd and forever, tough situation to be in right there. Again, just doesn't look like he's comfortable. Doesn't trust it. Not lined up to the left. He's bouncing to the left, moving to the left. Not in the center of the pocket. And again, just not playing on time. More than anything else. You got to be on time here. You got to trust your drop. Hitch, throw, all over the place. Hitch in left, jump in left. Now we've got people at our feet, and we're skipping the ball. Next one here, beautiful touchdown pass, massive play. We're going to run a little double crosser. So the number slot down here to the bottom, the number 2 with the number 1 up top. Usually it's the guy who goes underneath that pops open right here, but the guy who goes over the top pops right here. We get a little accidental on purpose rub, and it's a massive play. So a little play action by the time. Nice job by Anthony Richardson not missing a layup here. Sometimes these throws are more difficult than they look. Little boot action, set your feet, got him. Just a beautiful job there. Great scheme, great design. Coaches love it. Big, big play. So watch this thing kind of shake itself out here. We're going to go post motion over the top. And then the guy who goes underneath here, he's going to run across and just subtly stop. And that's going to be enough to kind of run into this guy right here. And it's just huge pop. Now, in addition, it helps right here that we get the free safety moving this way. Why does the free safety move that way? Because we're booting that way. So we move this way to come back and throw back. It's just a great job, a collection of nuance and detail that goes into a play like this where you get this opportunity for a big chunk. And the Colts make him pay. Again, Anthony Richardson is a lot of things. He's definitely dynamic and explosive. And so you're going to get these big chunk completions, and it's going to be electric when we hit him. When we don't hit him, it can feel like you're in a huge kind of valley searching for any sort of kind of anything going your way, because, man, it can be a disaster at some point. That's a really nice block or hold by 81 as well, dealing with the ends for Houston. Nice job coming back, finding him, guy right in his face. I mean, there's barely anybody in the screen there for a massive, massive touchdown. Next one here, right on cue. We got an opportunity for another massive play. This time we got a little quarters beater down here to the bottom, a little in with post, kind of like a variation of dagger. I think it's more of a designer-esque quarters beater, but we've got a huge opportunity for a play. We have to set our feet here and make this throw. I mean, there's no reason to do that on the move. We've got time. Set your feet. We've seen the guy throw the ball out of the building before, so we're not going to run out of club, but we've got to be able to set our feet and make this throw. So what I'm calling this, so this is post in, but it really doesn't quite look like that. The little thing I want you to pay attention to is at the top of this post, he's going to lean on this thing. And so that's going to make this corner or safety, I think he's going to pass this thing off to the corner when he starts leaning out like this. So as he leans out, he passes it off. He's going to take the cutter and the in, and now we've got the big post versus the corner and outside leverage. So it's that little lean that gets the pass off, and now we've got the huge opportunity. But we got to set our feet, man. There's just no reason to do this kind of off platform. So watch that little nod by the number 2 right there. Got him. That nod right there. Quarters beater. As soon as that safety drives that in, so the safety who's on the right edge of the mascot, right in the middle of the field, he's going to drive the in, the ball goes up. Set your feet and throw it. This is just too many like borderline, like amateur-ish plays here. There's just no reason to do this with your feet. Set your feet. You have time. Set your feet. You got to feel that. You got to understand you can't make that throw like that. So much harder than it has to be. My goodness. Oh no. 3rd and 3. You know what it is. You know what's coming. Hank alert. Hank alert. Hank alert. Damn near pick 6 on inverted Hank. Get the out of here. I mean, obviously, I'm on record as absolutely despising this concept. Just horrific football. Just honestly gives me a stomach ache when I see it. Thought it was inverted Hank watching the broadcast. Brutal. No good answers here. Kind of a good defensive call, if I'm being honest. I give them some flowers. You know, I think of true Hank as, again, I'll draw inverted Hank for all you newbies, but it's hook and then like hitch or smoke. So 1 step or hitch. I don't know what they do. 1 step or hitch. And then so basically the hooks are just run by the number 2s. Now, Hank itself is a decent play or whatever. It's a completion in true Tampa. So here, and this Mike, this middle of the 3 linebacker types, right? We got 3 linebacker types. The Mike gets depth. Okay, if he just hangs here and covers this, we're in deep shit. There's nowhere to go with the ball. And so you just got to eat this. I mean, it's a terrible call, man. And I'm tired of seeing it in football, but nobody gives a shit what I think about it, to be honest with you, besides you, because you're stuck watching me and listening to me. So where do you want the ball to go? Over the ball, sit? No. I mean, the curl defender, there's no threat to the curl defender up top. For me here, the hook defender, middle of the field, curl defender, flat, right? Flat, curl defender. So you're running right at this guy, but you're just stopping. He's not threatened by the number 3 running vertical. The number 3 is over the ball on a sit. This is a gift pick. And again, you know, Steichen's not making Richardson throw the ball here, but we can't. I don't want to see this play called. I don't want this play. You sure as hell can't throw that ball. That's never close to being a completion. It's terrible football right before the half, just massive momentum the other way, and really a game loser, if we're being honest. Just disgusting football. Brutal, never close. Hate the concept, hate the read, hate the call, hate the decision. Bad, bad, bad ball. Next one here, very cool design. We're going to run what I'm going to call zone read speed option. Probably think he could hand the ball off here, if I'm being honest, but this is a really well executed option. You can tell Anthony Richardson has some option in his past somewhere because he's made a lot of these laterals. This is not an easy play. Downfield, nice flip it to him. Just one of those things where it's awesome. And this was the kind of like little creativity stuff I felt like we saw last year with this unit. It was more like red zone-y stuff, but if we're going to read this player right here, so that's, and I'm saying we very easily could hand the ball off here. I think we go inside reach by the sniffer, but everybody else is blocking wide zone up top. And then we're just going to come down here and run option. So we get outside, I think it's Will Anderson, and then we're just running option down here. Now, in a perfect world, you would probably love for him to get even farther to the second level, then pitch it. That's how you end up getting the score, because no one's really blocking this safety back here. But again, he does a nice job pressing it, pitching it, getting a little extra on it. And you be the judge here, read 51. You know, could we hand it to him? I think so. He turns his shoulder sideways, though, can't make a play. Great job by the back, kind of staying in pitch relationship there, or however that is. Again, reading the C-gap defender to the left or D-gap defender. Pull. Right there, get downhill. You know, I actually don't think he could get any further. It's a good decision to pitch it. Nice chunk play. Outstanding design. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Quarterback design run up top. We're going to do a little, whether you want to call it like crack sweep or pin and pull. And we just get a little sloppy with the ball handling. I mean, this looks like it's a good snap. It looks like the back is in a big fake for us. Now, maybe you'd want the back a little wider to have more time for the fake. But that looks like it just hits the back's hip. And again, kind of fortunate to get back on the ball. Again, these are the things that I really like about this offense, what his skill set can bring to the table. But it doesn't matter if we can't do the little things like faking a handoff. So we're going to get a crack and we're going to pull all these guys and we're going to get out here, fake it this way and just come out and run. And he's going to walk for a first down. It's going to be, again, excellent design. This is what the dual quarterbacks bring to the table. This kind of third down run, short yardage run, goal line run. We've got that first down. Got everybody blocked. We're going to get to the edge. Instead, we can't even get that ball tucked away. So catch, and it just hits him in the back. We don't seat the ball. So you got to catch it and seat the ball. Put it away. Too loosey-goosey, and really fortunate to get that ball back. That's a gift bounce back into your lap when you're already on the ground. So things just, never clean, never easy, sloppy as hell. I mean, look at that ball. That ball gets back to Anthony Richardson. Back heel, kick flip, goes right to his lap. Get lucky. 4th and 3 here. Ball's near midfield. This is going to be the same play, guys. This is the exact same play. This time we just don't put the ball on the ground. So again, you can see we got everybody blocked up. Turns into a nice little chunk run. On 4th and gotta have it. Again, this is why you have somebody who's got these alien skill sets, who can run it, who can throw it, who can chuck it, who's an athlete, who could play any position on the field, to do stuff like this. But you've got to be able to do the easy things easy. So right here, catch it, seat it. And again, they're pretty close. The ball handling's a little gnarly, but we get the pin. We get 2 guys out on the edge. We got everybody blocked up, one-on-one with the safety, and it's a big play. Again, that's just such an easy way for an offense to be able to operate in the 4th down, the 3rd down, short yardage world. Look at that thing. Everybody covered up. Nice little chunk. Let's go. Next one here, the start of tap out gate. So we're going to end up getting a little like double crossers by both number 1 receivers here. We're going to get some friendly fire. We're going to scramble, extend the play, throw a front pylon touchdown. It's going to be callback penalty. Okay, bummer. No doubt. Okay, it's a penalty. And whether I'm not going to believe that it's accidental. There's also a penalty on number 1 here going in motion with the little CFL motion at the end of this thing, but whatever. Penalties. Great job by Anthony Richardson. Again, great strength, ability to create, extend, play the ball like that. It's a hell of a job. I get it. He doesn't understand what happened. Great. I got no problem with the body language, the emotion. I'm all for it. Watch the motion here by number 1. See him carve it downhill. I mean, that's just it's a lack of attention to detail. It's sloppy. That's not the penalty, but it is a different penalty. The problem here is that this is the first of 2 scramble plays that lead to the tap out. So no doubt that causes a significant amount of energy. The crazy celebration probably doesn't help either. Frustration, all those things. We can acknowledge, though, from Anthony Richardson, this is a pretty sweet play. Nothing's there right away. He's got to buy a little bit of time. Extend up, out, protect the ball, eyes downfield, find a touchdown. Just a bummer it's called back. The very next play, 2nd and 23 now. Now we're going to run fake tunnel down here to the bottom with crosser up top. So super air raidy play. It's not there. We got to go. We can't handle the little ET. Anthony Richardson again showing off the crazy strength. Get off me. But now he's gassed. So he doesn't have time to play this thing out. It's not there. We can't block it. We got to go. That's throwing someone off you. That's an NFL defensive lineman, NFL tackle. Okay? Saying, get off me now. That's crazy. But then the scramble here, again, that's not like the wildest 2 plays in a row for me. And again, he's exhausted right there. We literally taps out after that. And I'll talk a little bit about the tap at the end of this thing, but this is just a simple fake the tunnel or outside perimeter screen. Here's the wheel. Here's the crosser. Here's probably an in on the backside. Read that thing right across the board. That's it. And again, we don't have time to do it, so we got to go create. Now we get tired. Now we're tapping out. Absolutely cannot happen. Can't have 2 plays like this playing quarterback in the NFL that bring you to the sideline. I will say, got a little story about tapping out at the end of this thing, but I have never seen it in the NFL. And I'd only ever seen it one other time in my life. we got to find a way to be in better shape to be able to handle that kind of workload. Next one here, 2nd and 9. We're going to hit the crosser down here to the bottom of the screens. Pretty nice job. Let this thing work across the field. Good patience, good vision, little play action. Hold the second level, put it right on him, strike of a throw, nice little mini chunk. So just a really nice job here again of play action, clean, get the ball out on time, live in this world with a little bit of rhythm, super decisive. First read is there, put it on him, big chunk, keep it rolling. Again, I like the motion, play action, horizontal stretch, put it right on him, clean, simple, easy throw, and he's playing on time, on rhythm. He's not hesitating back there. He looks decisive. He knows exactly where the ball is supposed to go. Play fake, pull him up, right behind him. Boom. Right on him. Let's go. First down. Next one here, 3rd and 6. This is a pretty nice rep for 3rd and 6. I'm going to call this railroad. We're going to try to get the back on the rail. Then we're going to work mesh, and the ball's going to end up over the ball on the over the ball hook. And he throws this with a little bit of anticipation and a dude right in his face. This is an excellent rep for me with Anthony Richardson. Now, could we put it right on the back right away? Probably. He doesn't like it. Mesh over the ball. And again, look when he decides to throw this over the ball hook right there. So he's throwing it right there. You might say, who the hell is he throwing it to? Okay, the first thing to notice is a lot of color, Looks like our offensive lineman is on the ground on his rear. Okay, not great, Bob. Then we've got the mesh element of this. So mesh this way, mesh this way. Then we've got the over the ball hook part of it. Well, we're already throwing this right here. We've also got a defender right here. So we've got to navigate all of this to throw the ball right here on 3rd and 6. So you see plays like this and you're like, damn, can't we live in this world? This is elite quarterbacking. But it's definitely not the norm. I mean, that is a beautiful rep. No, boom, right on him, first down, hell of a play. Again, could you put it on the back right away? You know, old school bullets where you kind of like look for that immediate go right there. I'm going to say yes. If they're going to call it, you got to throw it to him. He's got to make somebody miss and go get a first down. He gets paid a lot. But if you don't like it, to be able to play the rest of this play like this is outstanding as well. So really nice rep from Anthony Richardson. Again, it's these flashes that make it hard to quit this dude, in my opinion, because he can certainly do this. You just got to find a way to make this more normal. You don't see my guy 56 end up on his ass like that very often either. Holy moly. Dumped. Jesus. Next one here, 3rd and 10. Beautiful design, little delay corner down here to the bottom, number 2. Sweet release. Beautiful pocket movement from Anthony Richardson. Again, everything except the touchdown. Don't even think about coming back to a huddle after you get tackled inside the 1, bro. But this is great 3rd down offense. Watch the pocket movement here. We're running out on time. Up. Reset. Nice touch. Easy flick. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Again, watch this little release. So we're going to run essentially like a glorified clear. It's kind of like, it ends up being scissorsy, but it's not true scissors because we're kind of coming off under control, up, and then we hit it. And so it takes a little bit of time. So the pocket movement here really makes this thing go from Anthony Richardson. But watch the release here by the number 2 at the bottom of the screen. So got him. Boop. And again, Anthony Richardson up in the pocket, reset your feet. He throws that thing right there, up and over. It's a beautiful throw, barely down before the goal line, and that is an outstanding 3rd down play. It really is. It's super impressive. It's a hell of a throw. They end up scoring a few plays later, but I love the pocket movement. I love the touch, the flick, accuracy, big time. Next one here, down 3, 3rd and 15, ball's on your own 13. This ball has to be thrown. Now, originally I thought this was going to be like a little hook and ladder down here to the bottom, to the number 1, with the number 1 coming across on the shallow up top. I don't know why he doesn't throw it. Even if it's not going to be a hook and ladder, this ball just has to be thrown. There were weird sacks to end this thing, and this is one of those plays where, to me, the indecisiveness on some of these plays just is confusing. Like, you're looking right at him. He wins, unless he's supposed to do something else and he just confuses you, which very well might be the case, and we will never know because we're not in the huddle or the meeting room. It looks like a disconnected unit. So the guy going in motion down here to the bottom, number one, literally, he's going to run up and run what I'm going to call like a little choice or option. The ball has to be thrown there. He's looking there. It's open, must throw. And then I thought this play would be pretty sweet if he came across and actually flipped it to him for the little hook and ladder. 3rd and 15, you're going to need a little bit of magic. Wouldn't be mad to get a little sprinkle of Ben Johnson in this offense. Again, why doesn't he throw it right there? I can't tell you. There's no way he's thinking about throwing it to the other guy, right? This guy looks like he's running out into 3 people. So, I mean, but he's looking right here. These are the reps that on film, you just make you shake your head. How can you play that mesh railroad so well and have this in the same quarter? It's hard to wrap your head around, and it's hard to make sense of. And I think that's why it's so frustrating, rightfully so, to so many people. But man, the good is so good. I don't know how you sit this down yet. All right, next one here. We got 54 seconds left to go. It's 1st and 10, balls on the 16. We got the ball back. We got to go down and try to tie this thing. 54 seconds, no timeouts. So we are going to scramble here. We got a little switch release double post up top, quarters beater. They get so much depth, it's never going to be there. Use your feet. Go. Now, for me here, you got to get out of bounds. As soon as 24 goes inside right here, you got to get out of bounds. It's unacceptable to not get out of bounds. It looks like you have no idea about the time management. Once you get a first down, get out of bounds. Do everything you can to get out of bounds. I think of it as if you're inside the numbers, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to survive. If you're outside the numbers, you got to find a way to get out of bounds. So, right, we got to get out of bounds. Must get out of bounds. Unacceptable to not. Last one here. 1 second left. Down 3. Ball's right at midfield. We're going to go Hail Mary. Now, could have had another Jaden Daniels commander situation here, but the Texans do a great job. And I really want you to pay attention to the rush from the Texans. So when you say, hey, why does this look any different than the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary with the Bears? Watch the rush from the right side. So they are basically saying there's no way you're going to extend this play to the right. So we're going to put everybody who rushes on the right side of the ball. So what you got to think, why the hell would you do that? You would do that because you do not want a right-handed quarterback to be able to come out here, go this way, and extend, because now he can set his feet and make a much better throw. You want to push him to the left because it's a hell of a lot harder to flip your hips and throw this thing 60-plus yards. So just this has got to make Chicago sick. And again, if you're an Anthony Richardson Colts fan, you got to find a way to throw this ball, bro. We can't take a sack on this play. So you just got to have better awareness. Got to throw it. As soon as you feel it squeaking in, if you can't split those guys right there, you got to throw it. Even if you don't get all the way to the end zone, must throw it. Cannot end game on sack like this. But that's outstanding defense. I loved seeing the pressure come from the right. Again, it looks very strategic. It looks like they had a plan. They certainly thought this out. They didn't have a spy. It wasn't some nothing burger 3-person rush. It was an overload front to the quarterback's dominant hand. Make him go left. He goes left. He can't make the play. Don't have time to throw it down the field. And it's a wrap. It's just excellent situational football from the Texans. I absolutely love seeing the defense overload like this. Now, there are other ways that you could potentially help yourself. If you're the Colts, easy ways to help yourself. And if you play the Texans, you would want this in, is to go like wing here. So now you've essentially widened the edge here so you can at least buy enough time to be able to hopefully get this thing off and shut down the flank. But man, this is just a great job from the Texans. Overload front, keep the integrity of the rush lanes, suffocate the quarterback, get him on the ground. Big, big win at home. Indy had their opportunities. They really did. Tough. So that is a wrap. Anthony Richardson, Again, at this point, it's crazy splash plays. It's head scratchers. It's loose with the ball. It's kind of bizarro timing, not anywhere near as precise as probably many NFL teams as far as what they're asking him to do from the passing game, but can use his legs. Crazy strong, crazy athletic, dynamic athlete, big wow splash plays. Some really cool design as well. Again, we got to talk about the tapping out thing. I laugh and joke about it because I have a son that is a freshman in high school, plays quarterback on the JV team, local team here. And I always give him a hard time. Make sure you're hydrated, no tapping out. It was always like one of my biggest fears to like cramp out of a game and have to like come out of a game. I don't know why. It was just always a fear of mine. And I, as a joke, oftentimes, even when I was coaching high school, you joke with guys about tapping out or not being able to go or things like that. And it's in jest, but there's some serious undertones about toughness, conditioning, being ready to go, those types of things that you have to do to play and compete at a really high level. And I've never seen anyone tap out playing quarterback. This past week at my son's game, the other quarterback actually tapped out. Now, he was running so hard, I think his body actually shut down on him, and he was one of the best athletes on the field, and he just ran so much that he couldn't go. And I'd never seen it before, and my other sons and I in the stands were having a blast with it. Not at, necessarily like making fun of the kid, but just never seen it before. So trying to get our other son's attention, those types of things, the whole tap out thing. And then for this weekend to have an NFL quarterback tap out, and then to see the comments that he made, it just felt like he had no idea what he did. He doesn't understand the scope of this thing, is my reaction to it. He just doesn't understand not only the optics, but the respect, the expectations, everything that comes with that position. And so he's probably going to learn the hard way. I don't think it's necessarily a deal breaker. I definitely think it's not going to be easy for him to kind of live this down for a little bit. But it's one of those things where it just means more than that. And so if you can't go for 2 plays because you ran around for 2 plays, whatever you're doing is not good enough, in my opinion. It's not like he went 100 yards, came back, had to go another 100 yards. And even then, bro, we're calling draw the next play. What are we? I've just never seen it before. And I totally understand why everyone would be freaking out about it. It would be an issue for sure if I had anything to do with that offense, those types of things. And so it's one of those things where you got to learn the hard way. He hopefully learns the hard way. He hopefully is learning a bunch kind of in this process because you see the flashes. You really do. And I thought that mesh railroad was a really nice play of how quickly he got to the over the ball, because if he can do that and do that consistently and overlay that with the athleticism, the dynamic playmaking ability, the arm talent, there's certainly something there, but the consistency here has got to start to build up faster because you start tapping out. Now we start really having conversations about, is this necessarily the path that's going to make this thing go in the long term? So regardless, thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.